We all want to believe Google Play is a safe zone, a sterile, protected walled garden where malicious code simply can't survive. We're told that as long as we don't download shady files from random websites, we're fine. It's a lie. Android is the most widely used operating system on the planet, and every single year, our faith in Google's security gets completely shattered. You think Google Play Protect actually sits there and reads every single line of code before an app goes live? It doesn't. It's an automated scanner, an algorithm, and hackers have spent the last decade learning exactly how to blind it. Here's what slipped right past Google's multi-billion-dollar defenses and went straight into your pockets. Start with the crypto stealers. You download an app called SOC, supposed to be a simple, convenient messenger for swapping cryptocurrency. But in June 2025, a fake version dropped. It was carrying a nasty piece of malware called Parket, an operation that had been quietly running in the shadows since the start of 2024. You download the app, click accept on the terms and conditions. It asks for basic file access, and then it goes to work. The virus silently stalked your device, scanning every folder and uploading your personal photos to a remote server. But it wasn't looking for memories. It was looking for mistakes. If you had any passwords saved as screenshots in your gallery, Parket took those too. Then there was ComCom, a completely ordinary food delivery app. What could possibly go wrong with ordering a pizza? Everything. ComCom was infected with the Parket virus. Discovered in February 2025, this Trojan asked for gallery permissions. Again, it wasn't looking at your selfies. It was running a sophisticated background script, using optical character recognition to scan your photos exclusively for cryptocurrency wallet data and seed phrases. Once it found a 12-word seed phrase written on a digital notepad or a screenshot, it fired that data straight to the hackers. Wallets drained completely dry before users even finished eating their lunch. Google eventually deleted ComCom 2 days after the investigation went public. But in the crypto world, 2 days doesn't mean a minor delay. 2 days means total bankruptcy. Losing your money is bad, but wait until they take your entire life apart. Finance Simplified. It pitched itself as a helpful financial calculator, and for most of the world, it actually was. But the code had a trigger. If the app detected your GPS location was in India, it mutated into something else entirely. Hackers do this on purpose, targeting specific regions to fly under the radar of Western cybersecurity researchers. It was infected with the Spyland virus and pulled in over 100,000 downloads by early 2025. How does a basic calculator become a weapon of mass surveillance without Google noticing? Through a massive vulnerability called the Webview backdoor. Webview is basically a mini browser hidden inside an app. Instead of putting malicious code directly into the app's installation file, the hackers just programmed the calculator to open a hidden web page hosted on their own private servers. Google's automated scanners only check the app's original code. They don't check what the app dynamically downloads from the internet weeks after it's installed. Once activated, Spyland became a ruthless extortion machine. It redirected users to shady loan applications Google had already banned for fraud, and under the guise of identity verification, Finance Simplified harvested everything: contacts, private messages, banking data, personal photos. What did they do with all of it? Pure psychological torture. The hackers used the stolen data for aggressive blackmail, threatened victims with completely fake debt, texted and harassed their family members. They even generated fake intimate images using the stolen photos. 100,000 people thought they downloaded a calculator, and instead, they installed a digital nightmare. Sometimes, the virus doesn't care about your data, doesn't care about your bank account, it just wants your hardware. In the winter of 2026, 3 apps disguised as smart home camera controllers hit the Play Store. They looked legitimate and pulled in over 300,000 downloads. But buried deep inside their code was a virus called Kinadu. The moment you launched the camera app, the hackers opened invisible browser tabs deep in your phone's background. You couldn't see them, couldn't close them. The virus muted the audio, forced the brightness of those tabs to 0, and used fake user agent strings to trick the internet into thinking a real human was sitting there, rapidly visiting websites, clicking ads, generating fraudulent revenue for the developers. You'd just be walking down the street, wondering why your phone was burning hot in your pocket and dead by noon. You thought it was just getting old. It wasn't. It was completely hijacked, working a second job as a click farm for a hacker thousands of miles away. It lagged out devices across Japan, Germany, Brazil, the Netherlands, and Russia. And Google Play is still full of apps that want total dominance over your screen. Take the ice cream roll launcher. Poses as a harmless mobile game, but the moment you install it, it violently demands to become your default system launcher. Click yes, and it hijacks your entire interface, locks itself in so you can't reach your normal settings, and buries you in a mountain of spam ads, destroys your phone's performance. The craziest part? It's still sitting right there in the Play Store, waiting for the next victim. If we're talking absolute device takeover, The apex predator of malware, we have to talk about Anatsa, a banking Trojan that's been terrorizing Android users since 2020. In April 2026, it infected a PDF reader called Document Viewer, climbed to the 185th spot in the tools category, and pulled in over 10,000 downloads. How does a known banking Trojan get approved by Google's security? It uses something called the time-delayed payload, a sleeper agent. The hackers don't upload the virus to Google Play. They upload a completely clean, utterly innocent PDF reader. Google scans it, Google approves it. Weeks pass, the app builds trust. Then, out of nowhere, it prompts you to download a necessary plugin update from a third-party server to read a file. You click accept. That's it. The Trojan's inside the gates. Here's how Anatsa breaks you. Once installed, it begs for accessibility services, a legitimate Android feature designed to help disabled users interact with their screens. But it's basically God mode for your phone. The moment you grant it, game over. The virus takes the steering wheel. It reads every single pixel on your screen, intercepts your two-factor authentication codes from your text messages, draws invisible overlays on top of your banking apps. So when you type your PIN, you're actually typing it into the hacker's text box. It clicks buttons on your behalf and silently drains your banking apps in the background while your screen is completely black. You can't just uninstall it. The virus uses those God mode permissions to physically block you from opening the settings menu. Every time you try to delete the app, it forcefully closes the window. The only way out is a complete factory reset. But by the time you figure that out, your bank accounts are already empty. We act like this is a recent problem. We act like hackers just suddenly got smarter. They didn't. Google's been failing at this for over a decade. The system itself is broken by design. Look all the way back to 2013. An app called Greetings from Malaysia looked completely innocent. Just 4 simple buttons on the screen. Press button 2, it silently stole your 10 most recent contacts. Press button 4, it ripped your 3 most recent text messages and sent them straight to a remote server. The Google Play Store is an illusion of safety. It's a storefront designed to make money, not a fortress designed to protect you. They want you feeling secure, so you keep clicking download without thinking, because every download fuels their ecosystem. But whether it's 2013 or 2026, the threat never stopped. It just evolved. Hackers will always find the blind spots in automated security. So, what do you actually do? How do you survive in an ecosystem that's actively working against you? Stop letting an algorithm babysit your device. You have to become your own antivirus. Pick up your phone tonight and open your permission manager. I guarantee you'll find a flashlight app sitting on your microphone or a calculator that's been quietly reading your texts. Revoke them. Every single one. No exceptions. Then go check your accessibility services. If you're not running a screen reader right now, shut that feature off completely. It's the widest open backdoor on the entire Android operating system. Leaving it on is like handing a spare key to a stranger. And stop trading your security for convenience. You don't need a third-party app to scan a QR code. Your camera does it natively. Every unnecessary app you install is another loaded chamber in a game you didn't agree to play. The device in your pocket holds your bank accounts, your identity, your private conversations, your entire life. Start treating it that way.